So we're live. So we are live. Hey, Jonte. Oh, wow. People are already here. Hi, Jonte. Thank you so
Oh,
much for
good.
joining. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us live for the very first. Hey, Danita. Thank you for joining. Oh, wow. People are already here, Marquisha. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for the very first Van and Rose chat. Oh, we have four people. Leave us a comment. We would love to know where you are from, where you're joining us from. We see John Tay. Hi, John Tay. Thanks for joining. I know you're here in Dallas. Hi, Danita. Where are you joining us from, Danita? Okay. Um, okay, so we are gonna get started. Hey, hi, Tanisha. Tanisha from Houston. Hi, Tanisha. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Ashley from DC. Hi, everybody.
Ooh,
Hi.
hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining us. We would, if you're watching us live. Oh, Danita is from New Jersey. Okay, good. Okay, all right. So, thank you for joining us and welcome to the very first episode of the Ben and Rose Chat. My name is Vashti and I am the owner of Ben and Rose. If you, this is the thing about Ben and Rose or the first time that you're seeing us in your feed, welcome to the chat. This is the first episode, and this is inspired by a series or segment that we share on our social media pages, where we highlight people who inspire, and we wanted to take the conversation live and have it more interactive. So here we are with the first Ven and Rose chat. Ven and Rose, is a little bit about Ven and Rose. Ven and Rose is a faith-based inspirational lifestyle brand. So we sell apparel and accessories with messaging that it is our hope that it will encourage, inspire, and uplift people along life's journey. And I also know the importance of, I know that a lot of times just by hearing somebody else's story, that someone's, you never know how it will impact somebody else's life. And so to share these stories and interact with you. So if you enjoy the broadcast, we would love for you to share it out with your friends. While you're watching, you can share. If you are watching us on the replay, thank you for watching. You can still leave us a comment and we would love your interaction. Oh, hi, Marquetha. That's your sister,
Oh,
Marquisha?
hey, Keita.
Oh, it's Marquita? Okay, Marquita, thank you for joining. So, my very first guest, uh, this chat is, oh, hey, John. Oh, you're in Arlington. Okay, yes. So, Arlington is pretty close to Dallas, where I am. So, my very first guest for the chat is MarQuisha Applewhite. And I'm going to let her introduce herself, but I want to share a little bit about how I met MarQuisha first via social media, I think, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
then yeah, so we kind of interacted via social media, and then we met in person at an event that I was co-hosting. Was it like 3 years ago? I think probably about 3 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, Marquisha.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, and so that's how we met. So the power of social media brought us together, and then we met in person. And Marquisha has always just been like I always see her in my feed, and she was always very encouraging. She was always writing. And when I launched Little under 2 years ago, she was just like one of the people who I would like to call one of our brand cheerleaders, because she's always, oh, from Kansas City. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Marquisha is one of the people who she just, she jumps in and she's just very helpful. She's her story is very inspirational to me, and I wanted to have her on. So, Marquisha, while I share this in our Facebook group, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm MarQuisha Applewhite. I'm from Palestine, Arkansas. It's a very small town. If you blink, you will miss it. I am one of four
Wait, hold on. I
girls.
think you're breaking up a little. Are you hearing her properly, or is she breaking up on your end as well? Can you just leave a comment? You can go ahead. I think it was sounding a little
Can
broken
you
up.
hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I
Mhm.
am one of four girls. I was raised in a single parent household most of my life. let's see, I enjoy writing so much, as you can tell if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I write about any and everything. um, and let's see, what else? What else? Let's see.
Okay, they
You
said you're fine.
good?
You're not breaking up. Okay, good.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So, what else did you want me to share on that part?
Whatever you feel like sharing, whatever is. Hey, Shelly, thank you for joining. Hi. Good. Thank you all for letting us know that you're right. Go ahead, Marquisha.
Okay, and what else do I enjoy besides writing? I love basketball. I used to be kind of good, kind of good. I enjoy dancing. I was a Zumba girl, so I went to Zumba a whole lot. So fitness is it comes naturally to me. So I love that stuff, and I like to try to eat healthy, but I like bread. Oh goodness.
All right. So tell us about, so you talked a lot about writing. Obviously, that's kind of how I connected with you. And I remember seeing you on Facebook, and you would always be writing. You'd always have these poems be writing. And I would always say to him, like, Marquisha, when are you going to write? So when are you going to write a book? Remember that?
Yeah, yeah, I remember the motivation basically just pushing me. Come on, girl, write the book, write the book. I appreciate it though, because it made me kind of get in a hurry.
Okay. So Danita says she likes bread too.
It's so good.
I am trying to stay away from bread. Like, I like bread, but, I'm trying to stay away from it as much as possible because, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your writing and this
Okay.
book that you wrote, which is called Behind the Smile. So tell us, what inspired you to write the book? Tell
Okay,
us a
what
little bit
inspired
about the
me?
book and what inspired you to write it.
Okay, what inspired me to write it, first of all, was I've always enjoyed writing from the time I was a kid up until, now. It was always, I would write on any and everything, and my mom would say, why did you write on that? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just writing on any and everything. And so, I mean, it just felt good just writing. And so I would just keep it up, as a kid. And then when I got a little bit older, it was just really peaceful. So I kept doing it. And then when I got a little bit older than that, it was real therapeutic. It was relaxed. And so I just did it and it just came naturally. And then the second thing would have to be, it was an escape. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm writing, I can create whatever I want to create. I could write about what I would want in a father. Like I said, I was raised in a single parent household most of my life. So I could write about what I would want in a father or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and that felt good. And then on the other end, I could write about what I would like my mom's life to be like. If I could change things, how would I help her, or different things like that. So it was an escape. And then the next thing would probably have to be pen and paper. They're always there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are inconsistent, for whatever reason, and it may not even be a big reason, but sometimes people are just inconsistent. And so I have my pen and my paper. They are always consistent. They are always there. I could pick up that pen and that paper and I can just get down to it, and just get to that place of peace and relaxation and just do it. And then the last thing will have to be, I had started writing for Honeybee Natural
Mm-hmm.
uh, open mic blog or whatever. So Aisha gave me that opportunity, and
Mm-hmm.
so I enjoyed it. And then there was people like you and her and a few others just saying, "Girl, when are you gonna write the book?" And
Mm-hmm.
so that just kind of got me in a hurry. So it was just went on from there. And so then the book came. And so Behind the Smile, the name is just basically, people carry a lot of things behind their smiles. Not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily behind my smile. I can watch a movie and I'm like, dang, I feel so bad for that girl. I feel so bad for that man or whatever. And I could just write about write about them, or I could hear a song and it's like, ooh, I feel her pain. I think I'm gonna write something about that. Or I could
Uh-huh.
write about that piece of bread and butter, like how good it was, like yum yum. I could just, it just takes me there. And so, just behind the smile, it's a ton of things. Everybody you see, they're carrying something. So
Right.
that's kind of where the title and everything came from. So in the book, you will see, it's just a little bit of everything.
Okay, so look, you have a bunch of. Let me go through the comments. Somebody is that Betty Boop says she loves you to pieces. Can you see?
Oh, I love you too, girl.
And then your is co-signing. She says yes. Growing up, she wrote on any and everything, even things that didn't belong. That is so funny. She says.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so you got that gift for writing, and you were using that, not some people, it takes them a while to use their gifts, or sometimes they hide from it, or you were just well immersed from the beginning. Like everybody knew, because when I met you via social media, I remember I would always ask you like, so MarQuisha, when are you going to write this book? Because you were just writing and writing. And I remember you brought me, you warmed my heart so much, because I remember when I just started Ven and Rose, and you had purchased one of the shirts, and I remember one Sunday morning you tagged me in it. I was like, the shirt, I was so excited, and then I went and you wrote this beautiful poem to go with it. I was like, oh my goodness, MarQuisha. And again, I asked, when are you going to write this book?
Right.
Yeah, so that's when you the Liberated Heart podcast. Hey, Claire. She loves your accent and your story, and she said she grew up in West Memphis, Arkansas. Oh wow! So
Oh,
look,
wow.
yeah, so that is awesome.
Thank you.
Danita says she loves it and she has to get your book. I'm going to put the link up to where you can get the book, but if you all stay until the end, we have a surprise for you. Yes, Ashley, her sister is pretty much just telling it all. That is so funny. Hey, Ishtra, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Hey.
And then says your accent reminds her of Janelle Monáe. Okay. That is funny. Okay, so the book is called Behind the Smile, and I know that you said, everybody has a story, and everybody is hiding something, behind their smile, whether we want to admit it or not. Like everybody has something, right? And I know you alluded to the fact that you grew up in a single parent home with your mom, and you would write about, what you would want in a father, and that kind of thing. So, and on your Facebook page, you also shared, a lot of videos about the fact that sometimes we want to hide. And I remember one video in particular, you battle with acne and that type of stuff. And sometimes it makes you not want to come to the forefront. And I can definitely, identify with that, because me, and, sometimes it's like, geez, like, haven't you realized? But,
Yeah.
but my question is, what I know you said you called the book Behind the Smile because everybody's hiding something in particular that you were hiding behind your smile?
I wouldn't necessarily say hiding behind mine, but a few things that would be behind my smile. Sometimes you go through things and you just don't tell anybody.
Right.
Say, for instance, heartbreak and different things like that.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to talk about it, but I mean, it happens. It happens to us good women.
Right. Right.
And stuff. And so you can just write about that, or friendships that didn't go like you thought they should go. Let's see, the acne. It started later on in life, and I mean that was tough, because when you just have to be in front of people, and it's kind of like, don't look at me, like don't look at me. I mean, because I felt really, really ugly. Like, I mean, some days I would wake up and I'm like, dang, what is going on? I mean, like, feeling like a different person, and finally I just had to own it, and just say, hey, you know what? I am not my skin. I'm a beautiful woman underneath all this chaos. So anyway, it comes and goes. I got a few things going on right now, but anyway, so just that, relationships, friendships, Sometimes we work at places and people are not always nice, just different things that you feel.
Uh-huh.
Or, and like I said, being a single parent home, I mean, you see your mother trying to raise all of you guys. And it's just tough. And I'm just like, man, and I still wonder, like, how'd she do it? I mean, that's four girls, and then four girls turned into four young women. Mind you, we had one bathroom, so you can imagine what it was like when we became teenagers.
Right.
So, just oh man, just a lot.
Yeah, but you made it, man. You're resilient, and as a result of all these experiences and you being brave enough to share your story and put it in the book, I'm sure it has impacted other people's lives to let them know, hey, we all go about the acne. I have issues with adult acne, and if you allow it to define you, you can definitely kind of get into this place where you're like, man, causing you to kind of feel a certain way. But then when you realize that those things are just external and those aren't the things that
Right.
define who you are as a person, it lets you just kind of go about. And hey,
Right.
Julian says, hey, thanks for
Hey.
joining us. So Christina says the story of my life. So see, we're not alone. And then Cassie says, girl, I'm guessing that's like in agreement. Yeah. And then Betty Boop again, she says we've all been waiting on this book for a long time. So for those of you who are just joining us, we are talking with MarQuisha Applewhite. She is the author of this book called Behind the Smile. And this is the very first edition of the Ven and Roach chat, where we talk with people, just sharing their story in the hope that it will encourage, inspire, uplift you, help you to realize that you are not alone, whatever it is you may be going. And I am going to put up so MarQuisha's book, I am going to put up a link as to where you can find it. But MarQuisha, so tell us a little bit more about, I know on social media, you talk a lot about leaving your mark, and I love how you use the play on your name. So it's always leaving your MARQ. Tell us why you think it's important, or why is it important to you to leave your mark?
I think it's very important. I don't care where you go in life, who you may come in contact with, but when you leave a room or when you leave the presence of somebody, you need to leave your mark. Like when you leave, have them saying, dang, that girl, they may not remember your name, but they will remember that face because you left some kind of mark on them. And I prefer leaving a good mark, because sometimes you meet people and it's like, ooh, nope, I don't care to see her again. So leave those good marks.
Yeah.
Leave those good marks. So I just always try to, no matter what I do or where I am, leave my mark. When I was in the community college that I used to go to, I used to work at Subway, and I was a sandwich artist.
Okay.
And so
is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, I made those sandwiches. And so and I was good, and I enjoyed it while I was doing it. And so I left Subway, and there's still people today that will be like, man, you used to make the best sandwiches. You made the neatest sandwiches. And I'm like, yeah, when I was back making those sandwiches, I did the best I could. People remember those marks you leave.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, you have to leave your mark. And mine is with a Q.
Yes.
MarQuisha.
I love that is so true. And it's also a good example of, wherever you are, there's a quote, I can't remember who said it. I think it's Martin Luther King, but I don't want to misquote. But I think it's basically whatever you are or whatever job you're doing, be the best that you can be. So even if you're a sandwich artist, and those are how people remember that years later, like you definitely left your mark with, makiest, most, I guess, well organized, which is, and people remember that. So that's also, wherever you are, whatever doing at the moment, even if it's something that you long term, it's important effort, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see if we have any other comments. Uh, um, oh, and come on, sandwich artist. That is so funny. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Were you a sandwich artist? Yes. Christina says artist, baby. Yes.
Yes, yes. You
Oh.
know, you got to start where you can start. And I mean, you just go on from there.
Yeah, that is so funny. Mark, that is how do you say his sister's name? Marquita. Okay,
Marquita.
Marquita says she's loving the conversation. Thank you for joining. And again, we're about to like it's almost time for us to wrap up. It's like it's not 30 minutes yet. We have about 5 more minutes. But if you're enjoying the conversation, feel free to share it, and have other people join us. And somebody else just joined. Tracy, thanks for joining us. And then, Venom Rose says hi. That's my other admin. So she says hi. Marquisha, I wanted to ask you to yourself, like Marquisha, 10 years ago. Is there anything what would you say to her?
You're breaking up on my end. Can you repeat that?
Oh, say to your 10-year-old self.
What would I say to my
10 years ago? Yeah. To yourself 10 years ago.
Oh, I would have told her, girl, just get out there and do it. Because sometimes, just like going through writing this book, sometimes I wrote a poem in the book called Afraid. Sometimes I just would question myself. So I would tell my 10-year-old self, girl, just do it. I mean, the people that's supposed to support you, they will support you. The people that's going to love you, they're going to love you. And the haters, they going to hate regardless of whether you're doing good or bad. It's just some people, they just so miserable and they just, they don't want to see you be great. So I would just tell my younger self, girl, just get out there and do it and everything will fall into place eventually. Just do it.
Yeah, that is good advice. I think everybody can definitely relate to that because even me, I shared a little bit about my journey when I started. I procrastinated for a long time, not because I was thinking of, I don't know why. It was something different, and I procrastinated for a while. And I always try to remember to tell myself, what I always, 10 years from now, a year from now, you would look back and say, girl, why didn't you do this sooner? Like you should have. So I definitely think that is good advice that we can apply to life, to like everything. Cause I'm sure everybody, I talk to a lot of people, even people in, just in life, and people are always, I'm waiting to do X, Y, Z, or I'm waiting for this particular thing to be perfect, or I'm waiting for that, the next and the third, and never happen. And so I'm really glad that, you, even if it took you maybe a little longer than you thought, that you still took the opportunity to write the book. And so for those of you who are watching us live, replay, obviously you can still pick up a copy of her book. The link is the camera is right here. Okay. the link is listed above. It's called /Behind a Smile, or if you're on Amazon, you can just search for by MarQuisha Applewhite, and this is what the cover of the book looks like. And MarQuisha, for those of you who joined us live, she to give away, how many copies of the books are you going to give away?
2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess, okay, so your sister can't win.
Oh, no, she can't win.
Huh? And then, Dawn says she's loving the mark concept. Yeah, leaving your mark. We should always be the best we can, pushing through the challenges. Definitely, Dawn.
That's right.
Yep,
That's right.
Leave your mark. Whether you're a sandwich artiste, whether you are a custodian, whether you are a CEO. I remember people from my past as well who, I may not have had pleasant experiences with them. And, now I don't hold it. I definitely remember about that time when, so it's really important to be, that's something that we should, that's a lesson that everybody, just wherever you go, whatever you do, just think about the kind of mark that you
Mark,
want to
yeah.
leave on the people who you
Mm-hmm.
come in contact with. So we have two books. Jonte says she wants one. I think so. We're gonna pick two winners. I'm gonna pick Jonte, is I think one of the first people she was here for the broadcast. She was one of the first
Uh-huh.
comments. Yes, she was. She was one of the first comments. And then let's see who else. I think I'm gonna pick the persons who I think the funny the person who gave the funniest comment. It was Andrea. Andrea, are you still here? Because you have to be present to win. If you're watching this on the replay, we're sorry. We already gave away the two books. So one is Jonte, and Jonte, I can get your information because you are in our Facebook group. And Andrea, yes, Jonte says thank you. Yes, won't he? He do it? Yes, he will, Jonte. And then Danita, for those of you who, if you're on Parada, is Trinity Scribe, and she's always so just giving, and she kind of reminds me of you, MarQuisha. She always like sharing, and so
Uh-huh.
she talked about the lesson about think about the mark you want to leave on your in your interactions with others. Thank you so much, Danita. That is definitely
Absolutely.
something that a lesson to one of the takeaways from this broadcast. Oh, Andrea is family. Oh, so Andrea can't win. Okay, so Ashley isn't family, but Ashley can win. You are participating in the conversation. So thank you. So the two are and Jonte Beal. Jonte, you are in our Facebook group, and Ashley, I'd love for both of you to email me at .com so that I can send your information to MarQuisha and she can have your books out to you. So thank you all so much for just episode of the Ven and Rose chat. Thank you all for your participation. For those of you who are, you can still leave comments and respond to the comments. Again, MarQuisha's book on Amazon, Behind the Smile. For those of you who may not be familiar with Ven and Rose, we sell, actually MarQuisha, I was smiling when MarQuisha showed up on camera because she's wearing one of our t-shirts. So we have faith-based apparel and accessories. So both of our t-shirts, mine says about that faith life, and MarQuisha, what does yours say? Yours
Purpose
says
is beautiful.
purpose is beautiful. If you can scoot back a little so that they can see, and you can find them. Thank you, Marsha. So one other announcement: those of you who are not on Facebook group, we would love for you to join. The Facebook group is just a positive space unity built off of the Ven and Rose brand. It's open to anyone. You don't have to be a customer to join, but so if you search on Facebook the Ven and Rose Purpose Crew, let me see if I can write it in Purpose Crew, and that's our Facebook group. I would love, let me make sure. Oh, hello at venandrose.com. It's not bad. So much, Janita. Thank you. Ashley, that will be her April. Ashley, be sure to, post on social media and let us know how you like the book, and give MarQuisha some feedback. Also, you can find Mark here. She has a Facebook page. It's called Always Mark, and ALWAYS, always, right?
Mm-hmm. Always Mark.
Right. always on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
as well as on Instagram at Always Mark. And Tracy says she's loving the group. Hey, Tracy, thank you for joining. Yeah, the group is, it's just a positive space with other women and just, have these kind of chats and stuff. So, yes, so for being our scribe, hello at Ben and Rose. And again, for those of you watching the replay, thanks for watching. We really appreciate you. And you can still share this if you enjoy the broadcast with you. Francie said that she enjoyed the interview. Thank you so much for joining, and we hope to see you on the second episode. I'm not sure. I'm aiming to do that monthly, like twice. I don't want to take on too much, and every week maybe a bit much based on my schedule, but we'll see how it goes. And so that was really great. So we really joined in. MarQuisha, any words, anything you'd like to leave with those?
Oh,
Those on the replay.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your comments, all the love. I really appreciate you, ladies. And yesterday was International Women's Day, so happy belated to all of us. We make the world go around and around and around, but we make it go a little bit faster when we support, uplift, and encourage one another. So just remember to support your sisters and, be kind and sweet and leave your mark no matter where you go or who you're interacting with. So I love you guys and I appreciate you. And V, you know how I feel about you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. I really appreciate you for being our first guest as soon as I leave. She's like, yes, girl. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. One more time, anybody. Oh yeah, John, get to set your clocks back this weekend. Woohoo! Daylight savings time. I'm so excited.
Me too.
So thank you all so much for joining. For those of you play, thanks for watching. If you're watching it on YouTube, because I may upload this we do have a YouTube channel. It is Venom, so I may upload that up there. But thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on our social media channels are all at Venom again. And you can find our shirts and everything on benandrose.com. So thank you again, everyone, and have a great evening. Thanks for joining.